Oh man, it's the Backyard Ufologist.
Cool.
We need your comment.
Whoa, this is heavy.
See that the humans remain entertained until the end. By your command. Extermination.
Hello, this is David, the Backyard Ufologist. Thank you so much for joining me here on this Thursday, October 1st. Only 30 days until the next full moon and Halloween. Samhain for some people. I'm looking really forward to it. We're going to have a great time for sure. We're going to go live and we're going to dress up and have our little virtual party. This will be the second annual one. And it's lots of fun, so I hope that you'll come and join us with that. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, give a thumbs up, and most of all, be sure to comment and take part in telling what you see, because we all see different things in here. But sometimes we see the same thing when it comes in very clear. It's just so many things in these orbs that are spiritual. Merkabas, dimensional travelers, there's ghosts, there's all kind of different stuff. Now, you know, there is dust and there is moisture, but, you know, here in this energy area in the triangle of the Hammonasset Ley Line, with all of these crisscrossing ley lines here on the northeast coast and all the quartz boulders with all the energy, and it's even buried underground. Man, I'm going to tell you, the energy here is just great, and sometimes you can just feel just weird sometime. It's just such a high energy area, and we keep it benevolent. We do 1 John 4:1-4 when we have to, and we do a clearing 4 times a day now. It's become that amped up here to keep all the malevolent entities out, because they come and go, but there's so many benevolent entities here, they don't stick around too long. We have the feline beings and lots more, even angels here that we've seen. We've seen so many things. If you are a subscriber and you've been watching the show, you see it. You even see them flying around here. Even some with wings fly around here. And I've got that posted on my channel, and you can see it. It's labeled. It's about a minute long, or it's about 4 or 5 of them that I've shared, showing that winged entity. And also some orbs flying around. So anyway, all the information is in the description box if you'd like to make a donation. We have PayPal and Patreon, and we do have some shout outs for some really cool people with great channels. There's so many great channels out there, and I try to rotate them and when I remember. And make sure you go by and say hello and subscribe and tell them the Backyard Ufologist sent you. And I'm sure they will appreciate that. If you'd like to advertise your widget or service, we have great rates right now. You better get in on it while you can, because the rates will go up as we grow. Well, it's autumn. The weather is funky, the transition. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. It's been crazy here. I'm in shorts one day, and then blue jeans or sweats the next. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I won't keep you too long. We're going to go ahead and get started here with the show. Okay, here's our first picture of the show, and there's something flying around right there. It's really bright. I don't know what it was. I just could not get it into focus. And you got the little snake flying around right there That thing flies around a lot out here. Sometimes it comes closer and sometimes it's way off. It's just, I guess, policing the perimeter, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, here's our first orb of the catch of the day. See the eye here, nose, and the smile and the teeth. Doesn't that look like a skeleton head right there? And then there's something next to it there. Can you see it? Okay, sometimes when you bring it in real close, you can't see it. Now, see, you bring it out, zoom out on it, and you can see it really good about right there. Yeah, see the two eyes, the nose, and the mouth right there? That's some kind of entity that's flying around in the Merkaba right there. So, I don't know what it is. What do you think it is? There's an eye here, and a nose, some kind of entity there. You can see the arms and the chest right there. All kind of weird stuff out there for sure. I was UFO hunting, and I tell you, I see so many. I don't turn the camera on, and I should do that because you never know what you're going to catch. So many things fly by, and I need to do that where I can show that. This is mostly orbs and stuff, but the meteors that I've been seeing, every time I go out, I'll see 2 or 3 meteors. So something's going on up there. I don't know if that's normal or not, but yeah, I see a lot. I guess it may be just the night vision camera, and I'm seeing more where I could not see it with the naked eye before. A lot of meteors. I think something's going on up there, though, anyway, with all these launches, the Space Force. They don't tell us anything, but it's been a little quiet with the UFOs here, or I've just missed them. You have to get out there and you have to spend hours out there sometime. And sometimes you go right out there and they're just having some kind of get-together up there. So, it's kind of hit or miss, Okay, this is to the right of the main fairy circle in the barn. And there's more quartz boulders, as you can see. And it's always some kind of activity going on there. So I took a picture of that. You can see the entity right here. And there's one right here you can see. And it looks like he may be waving. I don't know, but they're smiling. I think they see us. And they smile at us. You can see the entities there. And there's one here. You can see right there. This is an orb. And it's hard to see, but you can see it's right there against. So see how transparent it is? That's how transparent it is. Okay, and let's move on to the next one here. And using another filter, you can see this entity a little bit better, and one right here. That looks like a dog or a sheep, maybe. The ears, it may be a lamb. That's what it looks like. That could be some kind of spiritual angel orb here. I don't know. I mean, it could be. We just don't know everything. So let's look at this right here. You can see it come through. See the guy right here? He was right over here. His eye, nose, and a mouth. And that shows you right there, these things are real. And they do have entities in them because he was right over here, the last picture, and now he's here. And there's one here, eye, nose, and a mouth. And there's that doggy, eye, nose, and a mouth right there, and the ears coming down. Looks like a dog to me. It may not be the same kind of canines we have here. They may be a little different than the ones here. Now, this is the big pine tree in the backyard. It's about 100 feet high. All kind of elementals. These are not stars. It's hard to see the stars here with all the light pollution, but the night vision camera really can zoom in on them pretty close. Not real close, but you can see what's going on up there. Now you can see this looks like 2 entities. I was looking at it and I go, something just don't look right. Well, there's an entity behind this one right here. Now this one, you see the eye, nose, and here's the mouth, and his other entity's eye meets with his mouth right there. So there's an eye, and a nose, and a mouth right there. So there's 2 entities in this one. It's hard to see sometime. I am getting better with these filters, trying to show you what's in these things. There's always some kind of scene, like right in here. It's just something weird. Sometimes it looks like machines. Who knows? Now here's the main fairy circle. And I think these are leaves right here, and some of it's pixies and nature spirits, whatever you want to call it. It's just all kind of different stuff around there. And a big old orb right there. This thing is huge right here. Now, I really, I'm going to have to look at it even more, but I see an eye here, and a nose. It looks like the mouth is open, and then there's something here, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth. But the main thing I saw is this right here. When you have these black areas, it's like a portal within a portal, and you can see this guy right here. You can see his eye barely right here, and then his other eye, his nose and his mouth, and he's got a beard. This is some kind of traveler right here, some kind of ascended master maybe. This is gold, and it's flying around out there in the backyard, and you can see it's just filled with all kind of entities. You can sit here and look at it all day. So you can take a screenshot or pause it and look at it yourself for sure. Yeah, you can really see it when you zoom out. Okay. Now here it's again, the big pine tree. And this is something in the middle of this one. It's sideways. You can see the eye, nose, and the mouth. I didn't turn it around, but you can see there's somebody poking through right there. So they're turned on their side, I guess. And that's what it looks like. This one here, I don't know. It may be an eye, nose, and a mouth here, and it's sideways also. There's 2 eyes, and I don't know if it goes this way or that way, but it's some kind of entity in there flying around. And these did not come in all that clear. And, you just never know. There's something there, but I don't know what it is. You can't really make it out. Usually I don't even show those, but we had a couple here. Oh yeah, this is cool. This is the one I wanted to show you. This is why I showed it in the first place. Now, you can see here, right here, this is a neck. I don't know if it's their coat or a collar or something. The neck comes up here, and then the nose, eye, ear. Looks like a little female feline being to me right there, see? And the arm comes down here in the body, and she's looking, and then there's a guy right here like an ET. I mean, it's just your classic ET you see on TV right there in this orb. You see it right there. It's in a black shirt, 2 eyes, and you see his head right there, the big head. And I don't know what she's doing, if she's just a feline being hanging out. I think she may be standing. You see the arm coming down, and there's something below her right here, some kind of entity, and then there's entities all over here. Here's one here, the eye, nose, 2 ears sticking up right there. Something going on in here. I don't know what's going on in here, but you can see there's an entity and something happening there. So that's why I wanted to show that. And that was pretty cool. And so I'm always UFO hunting, and so I take some pictures while I'm out there. And they're a little brighter because I have the headlamp, and I try to bring some more light on it. It's adjustable, the light. You can dim it or make it brighter. It's a really cool little thing to have out in the dark. And if you hear something, you can turn around and shine some light on it immediately. I've been doing that because of the wild animals that's been showing up out here. But anyway, I guess they're attracted to this high energy area because they're all around here for sure. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at some of this. It's just, really pixelized. I don't know if this is 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth, but you can see the eyes and everything in these little blocks of pixelization. And there's a little something right here. If you zoom out on it, you can see somebody standing in their profile, maybe. And here's one, a face, eye, nose, and a mouth. And you see this. I mean, I see it from right here. There's another extraterrestrial in a black shirt, and it looks like he's sitting in a chair. And this is a console or something. There's his hand. You see his hand brightens up right there with his wrist. His shoulder comes down. He's looking at me. He's flying this thing. I don't know if it's a Merkaba. It probably is. It may be a little spaceship, and he's flying it. I don't know, but I did catch that, and I wanted to show that. Okay, fairy circle again. I think this is my neighbor's lights, because I keep seeing these things like this show up, and I said, that's got to be lights, The neighbor just moved in not too long ago, and they really liked that area up. It used to be real dark, but that's cool. Hey, man, it's his house. Now, here's the orb I caught. Eye, nose, and a mouth. And I really had to look at this. I said, does he have his tongue sticking out? I mean, is that what it is? No, I don't think so. Right here is an eye and an eye. And here's his nose and mouth. This looks almost like a dinosaur, like a reptilian maybe, huh? Yeah, and then there's an animal or entity here, eye with a snout and the nose, and he comes down right in here. So yeah, there's a couple of things going on here, and the reptilians are around, that's for sure, you know, and some of them are bad, and most of them are bad from what I understand from my research, but there are a few that are cool. And they do have raptors too. They look like the little dinosaurs. Now Corey Good talks about them a lot, and they'll eat you. So he said they'll eat you when they meet wherever it is they go and pick him up. The Secret Space Force or whatever he was in, 2020 is what it was called. You're 20 and 20. And if you know what I'm talking about if you know Corey Good and David Wilcock. But Corey said, one of the raptors said he wanted to eat him really bad, but he can't. And he said he'll be in big trouble, be executed if he did. So he said, you smell really good. I want to eat you. Oh, man, there's some bad ETs out there, and there's some that will eat you like we eat cows. You know, so I tell you, we got to be careful out there. That's when you hear people that disappear or they get abducted. It's not always good ET. There's good out there too, but there's bad too. So always do 1 John 4:1-4 and use that, and it will protect you. Do a clearing, and there is protection. You don't know how much authority you have over these things. You do. I'm telling you. Okay, fairy circle again. You see, it's really getting fall time out there. Whew, man, it really is. Now, I was looking at this really closely, and I see an eye here, a nose and a mouth, and the ears, and it looks like his shoulders are coming down right here. Here's his shoulders and arms right here, and his chest, and something in the middle of his chest. I think this is something laying in his lap, but it looks like he's got his legs crossed right there, and he's meditating, or he's flying in his Merkaba. That's the position most of them used to get in from ancient research and stuff, is they'll sit in a meditative state and they create a Merkaba around them and they fly around and they go places. So, but there's something either riding with him or in front of him or in his lap right there. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? Can you see that? Yeah, that's a Merkaba right there. This is somebody traveling in a Merkaba. I promise you, that's what that is. I mean, everything points to that. So I thought that was a good catch. And we look over here. Here's the other fairy circle. We have like 3 fairy circles. This is the main one. Here's the one on the left with the big quartz boulder in there. It looks like a dragon head. And it looks like a dragon head here and the body going down. On the other side, it just kind of fades down. So I don't know. I don't think it's a mud fossil or anything like that, but it just kind of looks like that. Alrighty, we always joke about that. Now here's another one. It's really hard to see, and I tried to filter it, but you can see an entity here, 2 eyes, nose, and a mouth right there, and there's one right here. It's just full, and if you just bring it back, it looks like there's a big one right here, and you can see the mouth and the eyes barely right here. It may have a beard going. You see that right there? Sometimes it's really hard to see, but I wanted to show it. And this one looks like he's traveling with him. See the eye, nose, and the mouth, and he may be having a beard going there, and something on top of him or behind him, peeking over 2 eyes. You see the ears right there. You see that? You see that guy right there? See the eyes, nose, and the mouth right there, and his ears. Something behind him right there. And you probably see it better than I do. I see it right here, eye, nose, and his neck, and his shoulders going down. Something's in front of him, and sometimes it's just entity and dimensions overlapping dimensions, and sometimes they're in front of you, and sometimes they're in back, and they block you. They may block half of you, and that's the way it goes. See, there's something right here. And you see the mouth? That looks reptilian right there. But that right there and right here, you can really see. Okay. All right, let's move on here. I think that's it for today. It was a very short show today. Hey, that was the show today. I try to keep it a little bit shorter than usual. I'm going to try to do that more often. I know I ramble a lot and talk about all kind of different stuff. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, give a thumbs up. Make sure you're still subscribed, because a lot of people are getting unsubscribed. Hit the notification bell. Sometimes that's getting unclicked for some reason. I don't know why, but make sure you do that. Hello to all my friends on Facebook that's just subscribed. I've talked to so many people and they subscribed, and just really nice people. And we have 1,408 subscribers now. So 1,400, we made a milestone, and I didn't even notice it until a few minutes ago when I was looking. So I do appreciate you very much. Twitter, just all good people there. So many people. I know a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter. Wow. Instagram also. I am starting to learn a lot of people on that new place called Parler. It's really good. Did you see the debate? I keep politics out. Oh man. Oh, I've seen fights like that at the RC Plainfield. Oh man, that'd get you fired up, won't you? Then they're sending out stuff saying he was wired and stuff, and I kind of fell for some of that stuff, and then I had to back off. I go, wow, man, it's an enchantment over the whole world, and it's real easy to get caught up in that. And I have to apologize. Sometimes I get fired up because I'm for spreading love and light and doing what's right. And some messages that are out there, I'm going with the messages that I think that are right and spiritual. So that's what I follow. I'll see you in a couple of days, okay? This is David, the Backyard Ufologist. Have a great weekend and a great 1st of October. Be careful out there putting up your Halloween decorations. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Bye-bye, everybody.